All right, welcome back to another Sledgehammer Tie-Dyes episode. Today I'm going to be doing a shirt that's kind of easy. It's going to be a spiral in the center and then some scrunches around the outside. I've seen some people refer to it as a vortex or a portal, so we can go with either one of those. That's totally fine. To start off with, the shirt has been soaked in soda ash, spun out until it's damp, and flipped inside out because this is going to be an ice dye. So we're going to start off with our spiral. I'm going to put it right up here. So just be gentle as you're pulling it in, because if you torque it too hard, then you're going to rip a hole right in the center of your shirt. And that's enough to get it started. So now I'm going to come in with my pleating tool and just kind of clean this up a little bit. All right, so for the rest of the shirt, we're just going to kind of crumple it up, get some nice scrunches in there, and just start pulling it in. All right, I'm going to be using rubber bands to hold this together. And there we have it. All right, so we got it up on the rack. I did kind of move the rubber bands around just to give me a little bit easier access to the center of that spiral. And the colors that we're going to be using on this shirt are lemon yellow, lime pop, turquoise, grape, fire red, and orange sorbet, along with Jacquard's jet black. So for the center of the spiral, I'm just going to be going with kind of more of the primary colors. Let those kind of bleed together and play with each other a little bit. But it's a little bit tight to put all these colors in it. So I'm just going to go ahead and start laying them out. All right, so that's the center of it laid out. So for the rest of it, what I'm going to be doing is just kind of coming in and putting spots down. We just want all the colors just kind of random. All right, so now that we've got our colors all divvied out on this guy, gonna come in with the black. But speaking of the colors, you do want to be mindful of what colors you put next to each other, and then also halfway ignore it at the same time. So things like blues, purples, and reds together, that's all great. But purples next to oranges, that might create some interesting brownish tones. But tie-dye browns are usually, you know, pretty. They're not just poop brown. But what I'm doing with the black is I'm gonna come in around the outside of the spiral, and I'm just gonna put some black, maybe a little bit lighter than what I just did, right around the outside. And before we get the ice going, we need to make our ice enclosure. And before we put the ice in here, let's get some soda ash down. And now we're ready for the ice. All right, and there we have it. Now we just gotta wait. All right, so it's been more than 24 hours, so let's get this guy washed out. All right, so this is what we got. Kind of moody, kind of dark. So let's see how much of this brightens up and comes out. Let's throw it in the wash. All right, so here it is out of the dryer. Looks pretty good. Definitely got a lot of nice, bright, contrasting colors. The black around the outside did darken some things up a little bit, which is kind of the point of it. And it did run into the center a little bit. We lost most of our yellow, but then again, being right next to blue with black around it, I kind of expected that to happen. Especially with that black that I used. I specifically used the Jacquard Jet Black over the Raven Black from Dharma because it's more of a blue black than the Raven. And it tends to like play better with so many different colors at once. So yeah, it looks great. Definitely got some good little splashes of color going on. This isn't the first time I've made it. This was actually one of the first designs that I did whenever I first started tie-dyeing. Here's my original shirt. Now granted, it has faded a little bit because it's over a year old now, but still one of my favorite shirts to wear. But yeah, you can see it's pretty much the same exact thing. Different colors, because I have a lot more colors to choose from now than I did then. But yeah, success. I really like it, and if you did too, feel free to drop a like, maybe subscribe, or leave a comment down below if there's anything that you want to see me do in the future. But until then, Sledgehammer Tie-Dyes, out.